Pentacles right here, so y'all take what resonates, okay? I know I didn't do the letters in the last reading, so I may do some letters real quick. Something about your destiny and having faith. It says waiting on something. Waiting on a message about your birthright. Guess this message of birthright is coming through. Tell me about this message of the birthright. How's collective going to receive this message? I'll take what resonates. It says Queen of Cups. Some kind of holding love for yourself and holding joy for yourself. Self-love. Compassion for others. Forgiveness in your heart. And that, okay? What else collective need to know for the energy? That's a separate one, okay? It says Page of Swords, waiting on something, some kind of, somebody to figure out some kind of, that there is no, one stands alone. The other one's crisscross, but one stands alone, okay? To do with this Page of Cups. There's no compare, like Cinderella. The shoe only fits her. It says 6 Cups in reverse. What does that mean? You are clinging to the past, but losing touch with the present. Make peace with your past and focus on the now, where you can create lasting change. You're letting go of something because you're no competition. You're waiting on some kind of news, some kind of message. It may be too early. It's something about divine timing. It says the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords. You got to figure out what direction you want to go in. Okay, you need to make some kind of boundaries and tell the universe what direction you want to go in. Do you want to go in with your writing a book? You want to go in with singing, writing songs? You want to go on your spiritual path? You want to travel? You want to stay in a stable area? What? You need to tell the universe exactly where you want to go, because right now your prayers are being answered, collective. Okay, so find direction in that Knight of Swords. It says the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, and it says the Chariot. Somebody's trying to jump the gun, not waiting on God. Okay, but God is working something out. You are your own teacher. Okay. It says the wisdom you seek comes from within, not from an outside source. You do not need external approval to be successful. They're telling you to go ahead and take this leap. It's Page of Pentacles. Go ahead and take a leap, even if you don't have the funds. You may be afraid to take the next step, worried that you don't have the skills to be successful. You are procrastinating, holding yourself back from making your dreams come true. Trust that you have what you need now, and the rest will develop as you progress, because you're moving. Look, you're releasing these burdens. You're waiting on divine timing. I'm telling you, you're waiting on some kind of divine timing. What is this 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands in reverse? It says strength, gaining strength. You're resting, meditating, and focusing on self right now. Learning to say no to something. King of Swords. King of Swords is resting. This King of Swords has been carrying these burdens, okay? Because you've been seen as the perfect fit. I'm telling you, you're waiting on a message. But somebody's procrastinating and getting something moving because they're waiting on divine timing. It's something to do with divine timing. Someone lied about something and needed to confess these burdens so they can walk lighter. It says 2 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Somebody wants to tell you why they left. Why did they leave? It says Ace of Pentacles, some kind of money. They had to leave for some kind of because they stole something. Look, it says the Queen of Swords in reverse. Use some kind of magic. Whoa, Nelly. Going to the floor, coming to your door. 2 cards. 2 of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Someone didn't use their instinct about a partnership. Someone chose the wrong person. There was the timing, though. It had to be that way because this person had to learn a lesson. This King of Swords in reverse had to learn a lesson. This is like an undercover. Someone didn't tell you who they were or something like that. They weren't completely honest with you, and if they would have been completely honest with you, this would have moved along a lot quicker. But instead, they went along with some type of attack on you, okay? They didn't necessarily do it themselves, but they went along with it. Your expression of power and authority may be misdirected. You may be indecisive and feeling stuck. Center yourself and connect with your inner power. That's that King of Swords. He's got to tell this Queen of Wands something that he's afraid to tell you why he left. About some kind of theft of some kind of money, but he invested this money. He didn't give it to her. He invested it, okay? There was some kind of marriage for profit, like some kind of arranged marriage to something to do with tax reasons. It says the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I mean the Nine of Cups in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles has been feeling like out of sorts. I'm on the outside and I'm looking in. It says, rather than looking outside for your happiness, look within. I swear it says, what does success look like to you? Because you have everything you need, okay? You have everything you need. And what does success look like to you? Put boundaries on it. Tell the universe exactly what you want to succeed at, okay? And it says, how do you define it? It says, if your outside world is not bringing contentment, change your definition of success. Okay, because you're about to get some kind of recognition. Okay, what is all of this hunky junky on here? Okay, hey everybody. What's Sugar Shack? Tell me what that's about. Since you're gonna promote it, tell me what Sugar Shack is. Tell me what it is. I'm waiting. This is live. Tell me what Sugar Shack is. Sugar Shack TV. No? You're not going to tell me? Okay. Well, remove that. What is Trina Harn TV? What is Trina Harn TV? What is that? I suggest you answer. That shit gonna come off of my fucking page. Just say it. Bye with that. I ain't no advertisement. Y'all gonna pay me for all this? You wanna tell me about the Most High? I already know about the Most High. That's my best friend. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This ain't no advertisement channel. Y'all go find y'all's own channel to advertise. Okay? I'm just saying. This Queen of Pentacles was feeling out of sorts, looking at the outside, feeling like they were put on the outside, looking within. I mean, looking in too, but you needed to look within. Okay? Okay? Instead of looking at all of what you were really looking at was the outside, what you were experiencing, what these people, the energy that they were giving you, that and that and that. But it had to do with you tapping into being, you were kind of scattered. You didn't know what direction to go in, but you knew you were on the right path, okay? Because God has made sure you had everything you need, okay? I'm telling you, okay? It says this King of Wands is wanting to come into some kind of partnership with you. It looks like they want to get married. Tell me what this King of Wands is up to. It says 9 Pentacles in reverse. He's broke. 6 and 9 in reverse. 6, 9, 6, 6 in reverse, y'all. Because he's got to expose something. Because somebody, they're waiting on divine timing, y'all. I'm telling you. This King of Wands, he was the King of Swords, y'all. He has to get divorced. Or he did. He was going through a divorce. This Queen of Swords here stole something, some kind of divine money, and they did it together. He knew about it, okay, but he's exposing it all as this King of Wands, but he don't know how you're going to feel about it. So he wants to talk to you in private first, He's afraid to come towards you. He might write you a message, send you some kind of messenger. So he's stuck somewhere looking at you. He's stuck somewhere looking at you. Y'all hear that? That sounds like a fucking train. There ain't no train tracks around here. That was weird. Did that not sound like a train just now in the background, y'all? No train tracks around here. That was some kind of confirmation. Big time. Ha ha ha. Sound like a train. Look, it says this person wants to share something with you that they protected. But they're quitting, they're leaving their job. Look. But they're not sure about that. This person's not sure about leaving their job. Holding back. Holding back because some kind of overthinking, letting something go. Somebody knows something about this fire. That this was meant for this Empress. This fire, that fire, someone set this fire. They got a match and a fire horse. Someone knows about it. This Queen of Swords set the fire. In reverse. King of Swords knows about it. They claim some kind of death on you or something like that. I don't know. Some kind of life insurance policy or some shit. But you didn't die. Here you are, surviving in victory. You didn't die, Collective. You actually come back stronger. Funny as hell. You come back way stronger. Five of Swords. Like you healed or something. Like their hate made you heal. Because they just hated on you so bad. God said, and healed you. Because you started healing. You're miraculously healing. Like it's a miraculous thing. Okay? It says, this Five of Swords says you have been engaged in what win-lose conflict. Trust has been broken and you feel that you are acting in competition with others rather than in collaboration. Look for common ground or seek forgiveness to move forward. Somebody's going to come towards you and seek forgiveness for being in a secret society. Yep, they was in a secret society, this Emperor. He hates it. He's in love with you, though. He said he's leaving this toxicity. That's the truth. He wants a brand new beginning. Look, I'm telling you, this person wants some kind of brand new beginning with you. Why is the King of Pentacles out here? Let's find out. He wants to start over new, hold on, with some kind of work because he has some kind of gift like you do. Look, it says somebody's taking control of a situation. This person may be, look, not celebrating. Look, somebody is going through a divorce. He says he don't know if you'll wait. But you've been patient. And you've been shining something. You've been shining your beacon, okay? You may be going down a different path, Collective. Let me find out what's up with that. It's saying that you may be stepping off to another path. But this person still has to give you some kind of gift, reward, something coming to you, Collective. That this person has to give to you. But you may be stepping off to another path. He may be ending up brokenhearted because he chose the wrong fucking thing. That ain't your fault. You didn't make him. You actually tried to warn him. And he still chose the wrong thing over greed and ego. That's not somebody you want to be with. It says, but you can find forgiveness in your heart for them. But that ain't somebody you want to be with. Somebody that can act in that manner. And they're fixing to give you something and clear it all up. It says the Seven of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and some kind of Four of Wands in the upright. Seven Swords in reverse says, it says you feel like a fraud, but this is fear talking. Get out of your head and trust that you have what you need to make your new venture a success. It says Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It says, be cautious about accepting or making an offer related to your finances or career. The timing isn't right and it may come to no fruition as expected. Assess the feasibility of your idea before proceeding. You're going to go on stage. Look, this is something to do with joining together. Okay? Somebody may be asking for a helping hand. Four of Wands. Says you've been rapidly growing and expanding. Now it's time to pause and celebrate what you've achieved. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. A wedding, birthday, homecoming, or a family get-together may also be in the cards. Okay, there's a get-together possibly this weekend. Can you tell me, look, you're going to do something on your own. You're going to step off on your own. The Star. Says the Star. King of Swords and Queen of Swords are being exposed for fraud. All these are in reverse. The Star's in the upright. This couple is being exposed for fraud. Money laundering. You're going to be shining with some kind of inheritance. Maybe a business, because they're saying you may have a decision to make, whether to stay or go. What is this Ten of Pentacles? What is this Ten of Pentacles? It says Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Cups. They took some kind of divine money and somebody has to hand it back to you, give it back to you. What's happening with this King of Swords and Queen of Swords? They're being exposed. It says the High Priestess. Planted the seed, and they're getting exposed. They're being exposed. This High Priestess is exposed. This King and Queen of Swords. There's no illusion. This is no illusion. This is exposed, okay? Something is brought out to the public, to the light about these two. And you're about to receive some kind of reward for bringing down this whole covenant. This whole covenant has been up to crime after crime after crime. And this King and Queen of Swords that may be the group leaders. Look, some kind of partnership. King of Wands in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever they were doing, it didn't work. They didn't have enough faith. Okay, and it says they tried to get away. People tried to leave. They tried to get away. It looks like they was trafficking kids or something. And you exposed them. Because I know I saw that man and that husband and wife that run that diner up there. I saw them in Tennessee. And with these different looking kids that was with them. But that was them for sure. For sure it was. Without a doubt. Telling you. Tell me, why did these people try to get away? What's going to happen to them? Are they going to get away? It says Two of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse. Somebody's narcissism. It's narcissist. Somebody was in debt, accepted some kind of dirty money, and tried to get away with something. It says being lazy. Someone tried to get away with being lazy, 8 and 8. They're caught. This partnership, I'm telling you, this rotten partnership is caught. Okay, so when will we hear it? When will Collective be able to hear anything about this rotten partnership that was exposed through Collective's talents and gifts? Tell me. Because somebody frauded, tax fraud. There's all kinds of shit going on, man. It's a whole group of people doing different things. It says, we'll be able to hear. It says 10 Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the upright, and the Star in the reverse, okay? One big secret about this group going, someone accepted money from this group of people. Actually, it was your money that they gave to this Knight of Cups. This Knight of Pentacles. And this Knight of Pentacles told them that you were gone, that you were axed. I'm telling you. And you weren't. You came back. You left. You went somewhere and you came back. And when you came back, like right before you came back, something must have happened. They must have told somebody, or they caught it from telepathic communication that you were coming back. But there was a death in the family, and you had to come back. This says something about somebody trying to MK Ultra you and love bomb you, but they was fixing to try to give you some kind of pill or something. But you don't take pills. I'm telling you, they was trying to dose you with some fentanyl. It says you lack faith in yourself and the universe. Go within to reconnect with your inner source of inspiration and guidance, rather than looking for the signs outside yourself. 22. Going within. I'm telling you, and this is saying, these people paid this person with your money. They was going to kill you off you. They was going to unalive you with fentanyl, but you don't take pills. And listen, they did tamper with your weed. They did. They tried to sprinkle fentanyl in your weed, but it didn't. All it did was make you kind of drowsy, and then you kind of backed off the weed for a little while. And started going somewhere else, and this and that and another, okay? But they tried to poison you with fentanyl or something, and it ended up killing somebody else. Somebody threw it in the trash because you didn't take pills, and somebody else pulled it out of the trash and went and took it and sold it to somebody and killed that person. That person died. And that person was like paraplegic, and they had to hold the mirror up to the man's face for him to snort it, and knowing the whole time that was fentanyl, it was about to kill him. And they held the tray up to his nose and killed that man. Look, this emperor knows something. Look, he's seeing the sun. The emperor's seeing the sun about some kind of action that was taking magic to steal this from this empress. He's about to come give it back to you. Be prepared, collective. He's about to come give it back to you. Somebody was doing magic on your divine money that you actually earned through all of your persistence and your being truth. Okay, it says the Lovers in reverse. This partnership is going down for theft. They were money laundering, trafficking, doing all kinds of stuff with a group of people. Okay, so somebody else is going to be coming towards you to give you the message that those people are caught. And you're going to get a message that something was in your name. Something was in your name. It was like bought or purchased in your name because somebody that you someplace that you worked at had your social security number, had all of that information because the boss was sick. The boss had heart problems, okay? And that person took over. And all these people are in a witch covenant. All these little businesses and shit, they're all in witch covenant together, okay? Anyhow, so during that little process, they were screwing up your pay and screwing up your shit, okay? Then when you quit on them on the 4th of July, you quit them. So you wasn't fucking playing around. You want your money and you ain't playing, okay? Well, that person attacked because they had all your information. They had all of your information. They had the number of your card. They had all of that information, and then turned around and ended up making you a new card for your pay because something was wrong with that card because they done took all the money off that card. Trust me, I'm telling you. There's shit going on, and these people went out of their way to try to get a job, give you a job, and you was like, wasn't trying to. And they kept trying to like beg you to get a job there. So you finally just said, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Okay? And then they all tried to fucking attack you because you was good at your job. You're good at everything. I swear to God. They all started trying to attack you. Okay? It says something about a dose. It says something about does. And somebody did get paid Bitcoin. They got paid Bitcoin to try to hurt you. Do X's, I do. X's. Sex, I do sex. Sexual. What? I do sexual. I do sexual. Tina. Turn. Eden. Wait a minute. We're getting it. Turn, pay. equal, I'll figure out what that is in a second, times fifth, off, do off, different, do different. I do different. Eden. Okay, shift, ship, something turning the ship, some kind of shift. Shift up, run up. Somebody run up, run off, up. I did. Sexual, I did sexual stuff. I did sexual stuff for party, for a party. Lord, it says open party, for some kind of open party, open house. I did sexual stuff for open house. What? Open house. I did open house. 3 F's. Stuff. Your stuff. Your stuff. Stiff. Your fine. Your stuff is fine. You talking about stuff y'all stole from me and wouldn't let me have it? Dumbasses. It says oral sex. Oral sex. If used, find used, pen, something depends. Depends on how I feel. Depends on you feel your something about a serial number. Something about a serial number, y'all. Just flying. It's just flying real fast, y'all. So Eric, stuff off. Something is odd. It's off. Odd. Dad's death. Dad's death is off. Something is serious. Seriously off. Okay, something is seriously off. Tina depends. Tina depends. His money, Nero's money. I usually, this is Tino. Somebody pays somebody's rent. Pays for their rent. They do sexual favors at parties. Usually oral sex. For off end, hide, hidden, often hidden. It's often hidden. Okay, fire us. Recently, someone got fired. Jeff or Zeph. If use super. If use super. Super nail fly. If fly us. If fly us. If fly us. Super soft hidden nails. It says air. It says something is different. different. Special, super different, fail. Something fail. Us fail differently. Different, different. Sunday. Hide nudes. Nude. Something. Lazy. If lazy. Of lazy. Different. Different. Somebody's different. The sun. Okay. ID. Hid the sun. This isn't lazy. Play. You did something different. You played in the. You used the sun. Why are you saying Esau? Esau. That's in the Bible, ain't it? Jesus. Okay. Something about playing in the sun. Plays out different. Plays out different. Hide. Find out. Find out about some kind of fund. Funds. The South. Deep South. Lays. I'm telling you, you're going to slay something. I.e. Something about somebody's name. Different and same. It sounds different. Something sounds different. This sounds different. Fuel. Payday. Prayed for you. Okay, you attacking and praying. Ain't that sweet of you to pray for us? That was so nice. This ends. Prayed over you. Life. Fun. If life fun ends. If life ends, fun. This was fun. If life ends, this was fun. It says ditto. It says different. It says something. Refer. No. Fund you. You got a fan collective. Fund you. Use some kind of referral. Flipped. You flip some kind of script. Flip the script and find you. Someone's trying to find you. An ant. Well, she knows where you at. Where they not want somebody else to know about it? His aunt is trying to find you. His aunt. Are you talking about Bert's aunt? That I lived with up there in Cartersville? Something is earthy. Somebody died and left you something, man, and their kid didn't want you to have it, but this person was in love with you. I'm telling you. Fold up. Folds up. Inside. Folds up inside. After I say I do. Someone folded up inside after they said I do. Father. Somebody has a kid. It says Susie or Susan. Susie Q. Something's failing. Failing father. Folding sides. Run. It says somebody's an heir. Their father told them It says they're a thief. Inside. I told them inside. Something about an old note. That they had something left for you. Something got noted and they didn't tell you. Folded sides. Folded the sides of something. Flipped over. Fear. Someone flipping over their grave. They're so mad. I'm telling you, this person's pissed off that somebody, it says rifle. It says riffle. Feed is feed. Is feelings. Is feeling. Feeling. Someone is feeling different toward some kind of duty. It says Darthothy. Oh, Lord. That's... Wow. It says dad. Darthothy's dad. She lived with her aunt and uncle, didn't she? It says something about the Eiffel Tower. Suffer. 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 North. North and south. IP address. Sip. Sip. They sipped something. They drank something. They sipped it. Something about Darth. Luke, I am your father. Holy crap. I'm putting this up, y'all. That's crazy. Go find out who your real daddy is. I'm just saying. If y'all don't know, you're going to find out. Somebody is going by the name Tiny or Teeny. And their name is Tammy. I'm telling you, they go by the name Teeny or Tiny. Their name is Tammy. They're trying to make other people think it's you. It's not you. They're about to find out that some bullshit been going on. Because this person's going to get caught red-handed. Looking like you. It says for sure. For sure. They're going to get red-handed thinking that they looking like you, but you done changed something. You done changed your style. You done changed something. You healed from something. Telling you this motherfucker's going to get caught. Because there's a car that rides around that looks identical to yours. Identical. And they use that against you in a particular traffic stop. Bet they did. Bet. Where does it cost fucking $175 for a fucking rolling through a stop sign? Cause that judge and that chief and all them motherfuckers is all crooked money laundering, and it should only cost it about $70 if anything, and they're money laundering the other $100. Bet they are. These motherfuckers can't go around here and they pick out these people that are by themselves and shit and start harassing them until they fucking just harass them to death. I'm telling you, when I was working in these stores, there's people that come to them stores telling me, man, the motherfuckers won't stop coming and knocking on my door. They was doing it to me, and I was like, bitch, you get the fuck on, man. Quit knocking on my door. Okay? I don't give a fuck who they are. They don't got no business breaking the law, coming knocking on my fucking door for no reason. Get the hell on. It says unrequited love and a spouse. Past life. This is a past life oracle. Take what resonates. What you talking about? Unrequited love, past life. This says wisdom. You learn something on your own you wouldn't have learned if you'd have been in a relationship. I'm telling you. That relationship was holding you back. That one in the past, it was holding you back. You learned something on your own because of it. Tell me about the spouse. It says love life. Tell me about bringing them both together. Unrequited love and spouse. Do I take it? It says persecution and inquisition, vows, It's something to do with Celtic. Hold on, they come out funny. So let me get, okay. It says wars and battles. There's been some kind of competition here. It says your trust and fate. You've been persecuted for your trust and fate because somebody's a Wiccan or a witch, and you've been pushed out into the cold, and it built your skills. Exactly what I said. I'm telling you. You were pushed out into the cold, and it built your skills. If you'd have been in the relationship, if you'd have been in that same relationship, you would have had all these regrets, and because that person would be in full, complete, total control of you at this point, and you would be miserable because they're a narcissist. You would be miserable. But so be thankful for some of the things. Look, they're about to find Atlantis, y'all. I swear they're going to find Atlantis because they have been... Everything I see is talking about it. They're about to find Atlantis. It really is a place called Atlantis. Anything else? Unrequited love again. Love yourself. You do something by yourself. You loved yourself enough to overcome this persecution and had conviction and faith. God dang, that's crazy. How they come out like that. I was sitting here shuffling that deck, y'all. I was shuffling that deck. Anyway, I'll tell you what resonates. What does the angels and ancestors got to say about it? If this joker pops out some shit about twin flame or unrequited love, that's the message. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all. Tell you what resonates. I gotta make me something for dinner. It said Earth Guardian, some kind of Earth Guardian. Okay, let's see what the angels and ancestors. What y'all got to say about it? Says they got the peacekeeper. A harmonious resolution is possible. Forgiveness and seeing from a higher perspective. The eagle's like the God card. The peacekeeper's like the temperance card. These two are divine timing. Find peace within, see something from a higher perspective, and forgive everything. Like, oh, what's her face? Fucking, she was in Wicked. That dumb bitch. Look, she's gonna say, oh, I went to the clinic, you know, they gave me the erasure. What the fuck, erasure? You mean the eraser? Mind eraser? What is an erasure? Bitch, they forgot to tell you how to talk again? Did you... Look at... Y'all are not going to believe this. Okay, I got to show y'all. I'm sitting here, I'm messing around saying all that stuff. I'm holding these two cards that come out, okay? And these cards were sitting down like this. I lifted this up. That shit says, Wise One. Facing upright. Going in the right direction. You're a healer, collective. Now, you're a healer. I'm telling you. You're shedding the old skin. Stay rooted and grounded because you about to receive, baby. This is to the high priest. Y'all, you got it going on. You got all the messages. They're telling you, wait on divine timing. This right here is God and the angels. I got your back because you are obedient to the message. You're on the right path. You see that path? It's a long and winding road, but you're getting there. You're on the right path, and you're about to succeed in ways that you never dreamed or never saw coming, collective. It says Water Guardian. Water and Earth showed. Take that as it resonates. Water Guardian, Earth Guardian. Both showed up in the reading. Connect with your emotions. Take what resonates. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is all about divine plan. You don't really have much say in it now. You just kind of just going with it and feeling what you feel and doing what you do and elevating yourself and feeling better and better about yourself every day. Staying golden, okay? Accepting the flaws, loving them and embracing them, okay? 444, y'all. Now, there's 4 4s up there, okay? I'm telling you. Loving those flaws and saying this makes me different, okay? Then that's what makes me different, I guess. Okay, loving them. Okay, I don't have Look, I go through stages of my weight will fluctuate when I don't feel good. Like they'll give me medicine causing me to feel sleepy or something, like my allergies and shit. And I'll go through these stages where I just say, fuck it, I ain't gonna exercise, I ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna do it. Okay? And next thing I know, I have to. Y'all, I have to. I cannot not exercise of some kind. I'll be outside running a fucking marathon. I swear, me and baby will run this fucking parking lot fucking 25 times. I swear. Can't help it. I don't know what it is, but I will go through like little stages where like they try to slow me down by giving me medication. I'm not a person to take medication, okay? And I'm gonna tell you that I have taken so many medications for this crap on my skin. It's unreal. They have me on steroids, all kinds of fuck shit, okay? And give me a shot, all kinds of stuff. It's bullshit, okay? And I surrendered to God so many times about it, okay? It was painful. And this is still on me. It's almost healed. It's almost healed to the point that I'm able not to have to wear that fucking bandana no more. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, okay? Sometimes I do because it'll start getting irritated by dust because I'm allergic to dust. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is what did it. This and God. Super green supplements this is super good for okay, remember that your skin is an organ, okay? My skin's super duper sensitive, and I ain't never seen nothing like it. That shit fucking just miraculously, y'all have no idea. I know y'all can probably see some marks on me. God dang, this shit was so fucking bad. My whole side of my face was kind of like poked out to here. It was all black. There was not blue, it was not purple, it was not green. This shit was black. Just the whole side of my face. My eyes closed like this. I couldn't see. It was fucked up. There was a big old huge ball right in the center, right on top of my eyeball. So, took 2 years. I could feel it when I'd blink and stuff. And I'd start rubbing on it. Well, it took me 2 years and I finally got it pushed down. That shit come out my eye duct. It come out of my eye duct. It was like a ball. It looked like a fucking ball. It looked like a BB or something. Ain't that fucking crazy? That's just crazy. All that shit come out of the air conditioning vent was like embedded into me somehow, like it burned into me or something. I don't know, but that's the only thing that's helped. So if y'all have any kind of skin problems or something like that, I really highly recommend it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I have sensitive stomach. I'm cancer's rules stomach and heart area, okay? And I'm it tells you to take 2 of them, okay? I take one every day. Sometimes I take it at nighttime, and sometimes I take it in the morning, but I take 1 every day. Because when I did take 2, it really hurt my stomach. Like, didn't feel like cramps. It was like a hurt, like pain, okay? And then after I started just taking 1, because I've been taking these for about 2 weeks. And when I just started taking 1, everything just started changing. Everything started getting better. I was going, damn, man, all this shit started like clear up, started to lighten up or something. It's strange. I can see it happening, okay? But it's really weird. And it don't irritate me the way it did. I still have like irritations from it. But there's something special about this shit right here. It's super greens. I don't know what all is in it, but there's one thing specific that I needed for this to heal, and it's healing. Thank you, Jesus, okay? I am a witness. Jesus did it. Jesus sent me to that. I was praying. I was like, man, I can't handle this shit on my skin no more, man. It's 10 years. On June 12th it happened. 10 years ago. Fucking crazy. But I survived that. I survived them motherfuckers put me out in the cold. I went and fucking turned that shit around, made it a traveling fucking vacation. That made them mad. I did. Y'all know. The ones that was with me, y'all know. Y'all know. I said, fuck y'all. I went across the country. Worked for a carnival. This Michael Jackson and Peter Parker, they tried to burn, well, Michael Jackson tried to burn me. I fucking was about to whip that old man's ass. I told him, I said, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. I'm fixing to hurt you. You fucking burn me with some fucking grease. He was slinging that fucking french fry shit around. My leg was right there. I said, no, no. I about shoved him off that fucking stool. But I jumped over the damn, I jumped up. All the people was standing there looking at me. I jumped over that shit. I said, oh, what the fuck, you crazy ass. And them people was with me. They was backing me up. That motherfucker got left. I said, thank you. And then we fucking aced it. Me and the main guy's wife, we aced that shit. We doubled sales after he left. We doubled the sales that regular come. Because he's a lazy ass, okay? And then they pissed me off because they wouldn't make it. I said, I'm not working beside that bitch, motherfucker. I'll go somewhere else and work somewhere in a different one. I'm not working beside him, okay? And they was like, please, 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 please. I said, no, 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 no. I got my car. I said, you can go ahead and pay me. And he paid me. I got my car and drove over to the Walmart and slept in the Walmart because there was a tornado. I said, I'll let you know if I'm going to go with y'all to the next show. Because I don't really care for that. I think you need to get control of your employees. Like that. And I drove the fuck off. But the odd thing about it, let me tell you what's odd about it. That Christy I was telling y'all about, that was the one that was talking about Sandy that was trying to traffic me, trying to get me to come all the way halfway across to the other side of Texas. Okay? And I know for sure that Redhead Christy was part of that. They're all a little group. Tara, Christy, another Tara, Tyra, Elizabeth, there's more, Stephanie. They're all a little group. Gail, like they're all a group. Janice, Allie, just trust me on that, okay? And she somehow got me to go join this carnival, okay? Because I have food experience, okay? I'm a good waitress. I'm really good at stuff like that, okay? I can call people over. I ain't afraid. I'll come over here and eat these damn hot dogs, okay? And they come over there and eat them, okay? I'll be singing songs and dancing, whatever, okay? So I said, yeah, I'll take it. So I get there, and they start acting all funky-fied, like weird. This is supposed to be a place that I'm supposed to be able to stay. I'm supposed to have a room, like, where I can go sleep in a bed. All this was supposed to be part of my pay, okay? But they didn't have no place for me. So I'm like, okay, bet. I'm comfortable sleeping in my car. I'd rather do it that way because I don't trust none of y'all. Thank you. I didn't say that, but I was like, I'll sleep in my car. And they're like, oh, we'll make room. I said, no, I'll sleep in my car. I don't know none of y'all. I don't know if I'm planning on staying here longer than a week. Okay. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, that man started acting weird. He was acting crazy because I wouldn't participate. I wouldn't come sleep in that fucking trailer thing that they wanted me to go sleep in with that lady that hollered and screamed all the time, and that man that tried to burn me was right, but I wasn't doing it, okay? I know me, and I know how I am, and I am funky, and I will sit by myself, okay? I don't care, okay? I know how I am, and I could see clearly that if I was to move my stuff out of that Jeep into that some shit was gonna go down like that motherfucker trying to damn burn me in my leg, okay? I knew it. And then all my shit would be stuck in that motherfucker. And they was fixing to leave and go to the next town. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. No thank you. Why don't you come hang out with us? Nah, I just sit back here and smoke my weed, okay? So then I went to hang out with the boss because the boss man, he smoked weed, okay? He smoked lots of weed. Well, I look at the boss man, I said, damn, you look very familiar, strangely enough. from down here, Christy from down here sent me to this carnival that was in Alabama. And strangely enough, the owner, the main dude that run the fucking show was named Pinky, and he was from Cartersville, which is like 60 something miles away where I was at. He was friends well, he was actually the brother-in-law to Seth, okay, that was buddies with Charlie. This is where it all started, y'all. It's so fucking crazy. All of that started with those people, and then it come all the way back around. She sent me. I mean, I didn't have dealings with Pinky at that time, okay, but I knew who he was, and I knew that he was that girl's sister. I mean, that girl's brother. And then I seen him again. I seen that man again when I was up there in Cartersville, living up there. When that gang was trying to steal my car and shit because my car was blue. What a fucking ridiculous reason to try to steal somebody's fucking car. Because they're gang colors. Dumb. It's just dumb. Anyway. And he was... Jason was around him, okay? And we went over to their house, and I was like, I know you, buddy. And because, listen, about 5 years prior to that, I used to go to a bar with this people that I lived with. None of us drink. We sang karaoke up there, okay? None of us really drink. We go up there and drink water and dance and sing karaoke. It was one of them kind of bars like that. But he would come to that bar all the time. I knew him. I said, I know you, man. How in fuck is this woman down here gonna send me all the way to Alabama? I knew this woman through my sister. She's gonna send me all the way to Alabama to this place, to these people that I ain't seen in 5 years. And I guess they were testing to see if I remember who they fucking was. And I did. I spot on it. And he was all like, shh, 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 be quiet, be quiet. That was my ex that you saw me with. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, how do you know Christy in Franklin? And how come you from Cartersville and I know both of y'all? I mean, that's why I said, how you know Christy? Oh, I don't know Christy. I don't know Christy. Christy, that was such and such's friend that she was going to come to work here. I said, oh, that's strange. That's all just very strange. All that's very odd. I don't believe in coincidence like that. If you don't believe in coincidence, there are not going to be many coincidences happening, okay? I'm telling you, everything had a purpose. Everything had a reason. It was all planned to go in a certain direction, and I don't let it go in that direction. My instinct says, oh, y'all thought y'all was going to do this. And I'll be gone. Bye. Don't hurt my feelings. I don't even know y'all. See ya. We won't be ya. And I'll just drive off. That's what I did. And then I went, I had a blast after that. Y'all know what I did. I took off and I went to New York and I went to Louisiana and Mississippi. Went all the way across. I went down the coastline, really, because y'all was with me. That was so fun. But it was so much fun. And let me tell you, in most of these places, people don't mind you. They don't bother you. They don't mind you being there or whatever, sleeping in your car, what have you. They don't mind. And I had it where, I mean, you could obviously tell I was sleeping in there. I had blinds around my whole car. But I was comfortable. I had television. I actually had, when I was on the road, I had a fucking tablet that I didn't like, and I took it and bashed it on the ground, because I'd swear everything that they was trying to traffic me through that fucking tablet. Because after I bashed that tablet, all that shit stopped. Oddly enough, all that shit's documented on that other channel that YouTube took down. All of it. I busted it in a I believe I was I might have been in a Walmart parking lot. I busted that motherfucker. Y'all boycott Walmart. They fixing to fucking make gas chamber camps out of Walmarts. You know, it's all the old Walmarts that were closed down and that and that and that. Got these strange kind of fences around them now. They're like fenced in. Crazy shit. Well, Walmart. Let me tell you what they did too. Oh, y'all, this is Information City right here. Walmart has went to a place in Arizona. I believe it's Arizona. I'm pretty sure it said Arizona. Okay, but it's up on a high peak level. It's up on some kind of peak level that Walmart has built this entire town. A whole entire town. A whole town to supply, to keep their supplies at. They built this entire town. Y'all look this shit up. I don't tell y'all shit. I'm just telling y'all, look it up. And it's above a certain level that when that area gets flooded and gets damaged for the smart cities, Walmart will be 2 steps ahead. Y'all look it up. Okay? Take what resonates, okay? And y'all, I kind of find all of it humorous, okay? I kind of do. Some of it I kind of feel funny because my grandchildren, I look at them and be like, it's fucked up that this world is the way it is. But I look at it and go, I told y'all. Man, I've been talking about this shit all my fucking life. All my life. You go ask my mom. Mom would say, I'm crazy. That was crazy. Now, they're like, well, you remember when you was telling me about that? I said, yeah, I remember when I was telling you about it. I said, but I ain't trying to force nothing on nobody. Y'all call me crazy all the fuck you want to. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to let you know, and you're going to have the truth, and that spirit telling you the truth. And if you don't abide and listen to what the spirit is trying to tell you, then you're going to live in some type of state of confusion about it, okay? Because they're all going, wow, you told us. I told them. Years ago. You probably find one of my childhood friends and they'll tell you, yeah, we always thought she was kind of different, but she's spot on. She told us this years ago, before beepers even were existed. Anyhow, I don't know where that's going, but I thought I'd just sit and talk to y'all for a little while, you know. What kind of question do you have, Pam? What's your question, Pam? Still alive, baby. Staying golden with it, too. Because, they all thought that when they made you be by yourself, they thought you'd crumble right then. But being by yourself was, at the time, better than having a relationship to try to tend to while you was living in that chaos. You did better by yourself. And they all thought that you was going to crumble when they turned their backs on you. I'm telling you, they did. They thought you was going to crumble. It says chapter 21. It says page 180. Our boots crunched through the ice-crusted snow. I panted horrors of steam on each footstep, squeaked beneath my feet. We walked in still silence, climbing towards the crater high above us. My lungs burned in the thin Tajiaji air, my brow slicked with sweat. Nearly there, Gray breathed. Do you remember the story I told you about Heron's last wish, little fox? Why, are we going to freeze to death? Said I clenched my jaw, bracing against another gust of wind. Was it possible for eyelashes to freeze? He grinned. So you do remember. Of course I do. It was a pretty good story, I wheezed. Heron's family was trapped up in a mountain, attacked by Eberons and freezing to death. A fairy appeared, a fairy. Okay, those were bad, dark ones, okay? A fairy appeared to grant his last wish. They'll grant a wish for something in return, okay? But it's usually bad. It says he wished that his family stay warm until help arrived. The fairy cleaved the mountain in two, drilling into its hot core. It says Gray carried on the story just as he had when they were young. The Heron's family survived in the hot springs, keeping warm and hiding from the Erbians until aid came. I glanced back at the town of Hengrave. We climbed so far from the village that it was only a dot sea of white. They built a town at the base of the mountain, believing the land was blessed, and the waters are still believed to be magical even to this day. It's beautiful. This is one of my favorite places. This is it, the place from your stories, he says. His cheeks dimple, and I gaze back out at the steaming lake, remembering stories that he told me when we were pups. You promised to bring me here one day. I did. I didn't think it would be like this, though. I shifted my feet, uncomfortable under the stair. Like this, with me being wary, distrustful of him, without the easy joy and laughter that used to be what our friendship was built of. That tension still hung between us. I knew at some point, somehow, it would all come to a head. Come on, he said, staving off the moment while trudging down the side of the crater. We'll change in the caves. Gonna change in the caves. This is about wolves and wolfmen. Okay? Being part of a pack and that and that and that. So y'all take that as a resonate. Gonna change in the cave. Fairies are with the Faery. Those are supposed to be the shadow fairies, and they'll grant a wish in return for something, but they're mean and they bite, like in the labyrinth where he was spraying the fairies. He was trying to kill them like they was roaches, because they're mean. And they'll bite you and stuff, and tease you and steal shit from you and all kinds of stuff, okay? Take that as it resonates. But what they did is they cleaved a hole in the mountain and caused the hot springs to fill up so they wouldn't freeze to death, okay? But there might be something else, somewhere else in that story where that turned out to, like, maybe be a trap or something, okay? So y'all take that as it resonates, okay? All right, I guess I'm done. If y'all resonate with this, y'all know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to donate, it's Cash App $AngelMoon6237. There's I got a net spin thing, but most people don't know what net spin is. I'm itching. Well, this fell off in my hand. I know that you have been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you're good enough. No, I'm good enough. I know it. And enough to do that which your heart desires. This message here to remind you that you're really more capable of doing it. Rise up, take the leap of faith. I'm telling you to take a leap of faith, but I didn't shuffle the cards or nothing. It just fell out onto the table. This says, an opportunity will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean. Your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to be changed. Okay, now that's something that's crazy. Because I was praying about something, okay? And then all of a sudden I seen this, I received a message. But I can't believe those kind of things until it's tangible and in my hand. But I received a message saying that something was going to be taken care of, because I asked God to take care of it, and it said it's going to be taken care of, but we'll know on the 28th of May, I suppose. Alright, y'all got the message. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Is everything here that I spoke of? Pam, you could have asked a question. I asked you what question you got. Anyway, everything I said here on this channel, on this reading, the truth and nothing but truth, so help me God. Okay, stop. Thank you, Pendulum. Is collective about to receive big time abundance? Yes. Stop. I just want to ask out of curiosity. Is collective going to be a trainer of? Is collective going to be a trainer or teacher of? Plainly, yes. Stop. Is collective going to be trained? No. You're going to be the trainer. You're going to be the teacher. Take it as it resonates. I love y'all. See you on the flip side. I gotta eat something. I'm hungry.